Bill, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm using hyperbole when I say this is the most impossible, improbable, unbelievable day in Vikings history. Brett Favre is, in fact, the Minnesota Viking. Believe it or not, there he is, Brett Favre. We have achieved world peace, or at least at Winter Park peace. In the most significant meeting since the White House Beer Summit, Brad Childress and Brett Favre have resolved their differences. Tell you what, this is your lucky day. I'm bringing you back a souvenir. You see this? This is a divot made by Tiger Woods. Well, maybe not. I don't know, but I'll bring it back.
Season, that's why we win the games right now.
We've been playing better as a team, as a unit. I think that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
He's on the look.
All right, let's talk about college basketball. Hey, Cindy, it's not only the season opener, it's the 21st season opener in the Twin Cities for the Timberwolves, and it's going to be an interesting year. They've got a new general manager, a new head coach, and aside from a couple of returning players, a brand new roster. That new GM, David Kahn, is shaking things up, kind of like Rosie did on The View a couple of years ago. We're talking Fujita scale. He's brought in Kurt Rambis as his head coach from the world champion Lakers to start the next 20 years of T-Wolves basketball in Minnesota. He's already admitted he'll sacrifice wins to develop his young players, and that process begins tonight.
They learn so much more, fans, night in and night out.
Well, let's talk about the Vikings now. It's Packers week for the Vikings, and Brett Favre, he's going to make his debut at Lambeau Field this Sunday wearing purple gear. Now, much like he said before the first meeting against the Packers at the Metrodome, this is just another game, 1 of 16. Right. Well, we all know that Brett is going to be pumped up when he hits that natural turf. He runs onto the field for the first time wearing the purple gear. But what about the fans? How are they going to react to seeing number 4 in purple?
I think that's, you can't take that away.
He seems pretty relaxed. Let's talk about the Wild now. They're back at the X tonight to take on the Nashville Predators. And that's a good thing. They're unbeaten at home this season. The problem, they're 0-8 on the road, so they're currently in last place in the Western Conference.
Well, you don't want to be in a situation like you have to believe in the system.
So the Wolves get ready to tip off the season against the New Jersey Nets. You really don't realize how huge these human beings are until you're standing down here courtside. It is quite awesome, Cindy. That's going to do it from here, live in downtown Minneapolis. Phil Aldridge, 5 Eyewitness News.
Actually, I do realize how tall they are. Even when I stand next to you, Phil, I feel like a runt.
Cindy, you're...
I'm just petite. We're going to be right back. Stay with us.
Phil Aldridge continues our team coverage now with more on the amazing plays that helped the Twins win the Central. Phil?
Yeah, Leah, remember about 2 weeks ago, the Twins were 7 games out of first place. They made that up. They made history over the weekend. 3 games back with 4 to play. That's the first time that was ever done. And tonight, I'll tell you what, this was an instant classic. Let's show you the game winner. This thing was in the 12th inning. Alexi Casilla, he comes through with the single. His good buddy Carlos Gomez, go, and he went, crosses the plate. And then the party was on. Twins, Central Division champions. They are headed to the Bronx. Twins win it 6-5.
Hey, it's just an awesome game, you know. That's
I'll tell you what, they're heading to the Bronx. People say the Yankees are unbeatable, but these guys said in the locker room, you know what? Why not us? Anything can happen. We made history over the weekend, and maybe we can do that in the Bronx. We'll have complete highlights coming up for you, coming up in sports. Until then, live at the Metrodome, Phil Aldridge, 5 Eyewitness News. Bill, you're going to love this story. I could literally throw a baseball and hit the old Yankee Stadium across the street. It's that close. The old girl is still standing proudly. As for the new place, doesn't have the history of the old one, or does it? This is the first year of the brand new Yankee Stadium, and just beyond the center field fence, it's baseball nirvana, not just for Yankee fans, but baseball fans in general. Monument Park, where the legends live. 15 of the greatest Yankees of all time are immortalized here, and the Pinstripes have the most retired numbers of any franchise in the majors. Even if you're not a baseball fan, I'm sure you've heard of these names. Number 4, Lou Gehrig, the Iron Horse. Babe Ruth, of course. The Yankee Clipper, Joe DiMaggio. And Mickey Mantle. When he first came up in 1951, the equipment guy gave him number 6 so they could have the succession of 3, 4, 5, and 6. But Mantle said, you know what? I'm not comfortable in 6. I want to be number 7. Right in the center of Monument Park, we find Lou Gehrig, former manager Miller Huggins, and Babe Ruth. These monuments were brought over from the old Yankee Stadium, and back in the day, they actually used to sit on the warning track in center field. They were in play, so if the ball would happen to get behind them, the center fielder would simply have to go get it. And I'll tell you what, you're literally walking through history at Monument Park here at Yankee Stadium. It is incredible. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. It's huge. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, what in the world do the Twins have to do to break that 8-game losing streak to the Yankees? We're going to hear from the players coming up at 6. Until then, live at Yankee Stadium, Phil Aldridge, 5 Eyewitness News.
All right.
Very inspiring and a lot of fun. Thank you, Cindy. They call themselves born-again jocks, but this is no religious organization. They're just a bunch of seasoned citizens who've discovered the fountain of youth through softball.
As long as you've got 2 legs and 2 arms, why, that's good enough for us. If I had known that it was going to be this good, I'd have retired 5 years earlier.
1, 2, 3.
Meet the men of the Bloomington Senior Softball League.
Got to stretch out.
Some of the guys out here, it's their first time ever playing softball.
Play ball.
They're 50, 60, 70 years old, and they're just having a wonderful time.
Oh!
They're fun to watch.
Randy Jorgensen is one of the 70 players in the league. He retired when he was 66. And this guy is quite a character. How old are you, Randy?
Well, if I said 90, why, would that be close enough?
I got to get my glove.
Get your glove, Randy.
Can't lose my glove.
So I bought it for, I think it was $25, which was an awful lot of money.
Nice. Oh! Wow.
Randy Jorgensen is an inspiration to all of us.
Show them where you live, Randy. Nice.
Well, you just watch these guys out here.
Oopsie!
Very nice. These guys are good.
You'll want to get a glove and go out with them.
No better, no better, no better. Look what I found.
Just keep active. You got to keep the legs moving.
Do you have any tips for me?
Yeah, hit the ball.
Just hit the ball.
Where they ain't.
It's all on the sign, Randy.
And they have fun.
You guys still got it. Don't let anybody tell you any differently.
Wow.
Cindy Dave, he got that glove when he was in the Army in 1945.
That's amazing.
And the $25 was a lot to pay for that glove back then.
Those
and
guys, I'll tell you what, they still got it.
Oh.
As they said the piece. Awesome.
We have so much ahead of us here. It's going to be just great. We'll be right back.